upon the energies of the 8th house of our universe. I call upon fixed water of Scorpio. I call upon the energies of Pluto and Mars to grant me access to the house that holds the secrets, the mysteries, the intimate knowledge beneath the surface, beyond our fears. Grant me access to these deep, still waters of emotion, to allow messages for the full moon in Scorpio to come through for the collective. Thank you to all who are present with me along these journeys as I channel these deep, hidden messages. We are going to be talking tonight about the full moon, the supermoon that took place in Scorpio on April 27th, 2021, around 12 a.m. This is a video that will be covering the transit of the moon cycle between the 27th of April and November 4th, 2021. So, you guys, we are upon another time of a full moon, which we have one every month, and it is that time again of deep illumination. So, as I record this, I believe the moon is at the tail end of Sagittarius. During the actual full moon, the energies were so wild. I was deeply affected as a water sign, and so I felt the need to let these energies pass, and I'm finally here and available to talk about the messages and, of course, get some tarot for us at the end, you guys. But I want to spend the first half of this reading just discussing and channeling a little bit about the zodiac sign Scorpio. And I do have notes here that I'll be following that I took before the video. So, as I said, this is, the moon is in Sagittarius as I record this. This was a very, very intense full moon, which is interesting to say because intensity is a very scorpionic word, very intense energies here. But as always, when we have a full moon, there is a time that overcomes us of endings to cycles, chapters, and new beginnings. This was a super moon, you guys. All right, so yeah, definitely this makes it more potent, makes it more special, okay, and stronger. So at the time of the full moon, for me, this is how I celebrated the full moon personally. Some of you guys may have been with me on the Aries new moon, the Aries new moon video that I did, and if so, then you took part in my intention settings. Every month on a new moon, I write down intentions, and I utilize and take the full moons as opportunities to do spells from the prior new moon. So the intentions that I set for the Aries new moon were burned outside on the full moon in Scorpio. But on the actual full moon, as far as what I did, I actually took a trip to a cemetery with my best friend and roommate. One person. He was born on the winter solstice, so he's definitely the person to go to. He's a Sagittarius, 29-degree Sagittarius, when it comes to these adventures in the dark. So we went to a cemetery around midnight and I dug up some dirt. I needed hollow dirt, which I'm going to be using for my Taurus new moon intention spell. And I can't wait to talk to you guys all about what I have planned for that. Taurus magic. Taurus and Scorpio are opposite signs. So I went to the cemetery and I got some hollowed dirt. And I also went to a river in the town that I live in and I made some moon water. This has been sitting outside for days. And you can do this by setting water outside on the night of a full moon and it will charge it with the energies, okay? So I have some moon water. That's really great to do under specifically all full moons, but really specifically moons that are in water. So when there's a moon in Pisces or Cancer or Scorpio, because the moon is underneath that really, watery energy. So that's personally what I did. I thought it was really lovely. It really brought me those Scorpio vibes when I was in the cemetery. I just really, really felt it. I was able to see the moon. I got some amazing pictures. And it was just really a really great night. And that was, ironically, when I checked where the planets were, at the time I was at the cemetery and doing the moon water, visiting the river, it was literally when the moon and sun were opposite. So the moon was at 7 degrees Scorpio and the sun was at 7 degrees Taurus around midnight on the 27th. So for some of you, that'll be considered the very late night of the 26th. So yeah, that's just what I did, you guys. I would love to hear what some of you guys did or what has come up for you with this Scorpio full moon. But just keep in mind that these are 6 month transits. So in this video, we're going to be discussing energy that is going to be taking place behind the scenes and being illuminated until November of 2021. But let's go ahead and dive in and talk a little bit about Scorpio energy, which is one of my favorite energies to talk about. Eighth house energy, scorpionic energy, Plutonian energy. I love it. So there are 12 houses in astrology, you guys, and Scorpio, the house that just was illuminated with the full moon, is the eighth house. We all have an eighth house in our birth chart. In our universe, Scorpio is the eighth house of our universe. This is the house that occupies death, rebirth, birth, transformation, mysteries, and sex and intimacy. Okay, those are the things that come up with these energies, and we all have Scorpio in different areas of our chart. For me, I have Scorpio in my south node, my north node, excuse me. Scorpio is my north node, my 10th house, and it's my ninth house on the zodiac wheel as a Pisces sun. It is the 7th house of my Taurus moon. So this energy is just very, very, it's my sister sign. So it would be very wise to, go in our own birth charts around this time to really know personally where this moon is taking place, and keep in mind to watch for your moon and your rising sign when I get into the oracle and the tarot messages. But as far as the elements and the placement of Scorpio, it is fixed water. So we know that fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus, represent what is stable in our universe. They are in between cardinal and mutable energy. So they're not necessarily taking action, they're not necessarily changing, but they're the energy that takes place in between action and change. This is fixed energy, okay? So it's very stable. And water represents emotion. So I always think of stable emotions, aka still waters, when it comes to Scorpio. A lot of Scorpio's placements do not believe that they are emotionally stable, but it's a certain maturity, it's a certain control because of the Mars energy and the Pluto energy. There's a control element to this scorpionic energy. Those of us who decide to control our emotions and control our fears over the next 6 months will really tap into a much calmer and stable place emotionally as we become more in tune with what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, that is Scorpio energy. So the still waters is almost an eerie vibe, you guys. That's why I have the video in black and white. That's why I visit cemeteries. It's a very eerie, almost spooky vibe. There's a reason why Halloween, aka Samhain, take place in Scorpio season. But these are very still, eerie waters, almost like looking out at a large body of water, and you can't really tell if it's moving or not. Yeah, Scorpio is that kind of vibe. So I also wanted to mention that Pluto and Mars both rule Scorpio. So Pluto, fun fact, went retrograde during the full moon. I feel that is a completely different story, and we will talk about that in another video. But the ruling planet of Scorpio went retrograde around the time of this moon. So we're really into the vibes and the chapters of our life where there's going to be important endings, changes, transformation, okay? And Mars is all about action. And Mars was in deep emotional Cancer. So basically, our emotional desires are very deep at this time. Okay, I'm going to have to get a different highlighter because this is not working. So yeah, this is all about our deep emotional hidden desires. Okay, very much highlighted and illuminated at the time of the full moon. So I want to talk now towards the end of this video about Scorpio illumination, 8th house illumination. I always talk about the illuminations of a zodiac sign on the full moons, and then on the new moons I highlight the darkness, okay? So this is not a time of darkness with this Scorpio full moon cycle, all right? This is a full moon cycle, a super moon. So this is when the sun and the moon are exactly opposite of each other. It happens once a month, sometimes twice a month. And yeah, I don't know about the science of it all, you guys, but the light of the sun is completely illuminated by the moon, and this is illumination. So this is a time of light, okay? But it's interesting because Scorpio is associated with darkness and purity, hidden secrets in astrology. So there's a lot of those energies really being shined light. It's almost as if, even though Pisces is associated with the subconscious, Pluto is associated, Scorpio's ruling planet, is associated with deep subconscious forces. So it's a very similar vibe to the 12th house, okay, as far as the hidden aspect of it, okay? And so everything that is hidden in our lives, things that are going on behind the scenes, even things that are hidden from us, things that we're not necessarily directly aware of. There's this illumination taking place. So Scorpio illuminations, intuitive. Being intuitive is a very Scorpio illuminative. Psychic energy, trusting your gut instincts and not being paranoid. There's a difference between being paranoid and intuitive. There's a difference between trusting your gut and just kind of like freaking yourself out, you know, in these dark realms. We're all going to handle this dark energy in a different way, just like we all handle death, sex, and intimacy in different ways. So, secrets revealed, to say the very least, all right? Shedding light on darkness, so anything that's being hidden from ourselves or others, being in tune and controlled emotions, being in tune with your controlled emotions, and finally embracing endings, facing your fears are a few things that I have here highlighted for the Scorpio illuminations. All of these things can help us behind the scenes over the next 6 months. And I also wanted to end this portion of the video with a quote that I saw on a show. It is called Good Girls, and it says, "Think of yourself as already dead, so then there's nothing left to be afraid of." And I really thought that was a great Scorpio full moon quote. Scorpio being death, and the moon being our emotion and our fears. So there's something here about really facing our fears of what is hidden, facing our fears of the unknown. And I know there's a lot about control being mentioned here, but there's also power and control in surrender and releasing control. Now that might be the Pisces in me. And then I also, kid you not, as I was writing these notes, I was listening to a movie. I think it was called Things That Are Heard, Things That Are Seen. It's kind of new. And I kid you not, as I was writing these notes, someone on the TV, one of the characters said, death is parallel to birth, but divine. And I just knew that was also the eighth house really speaking to me. So these energies are really, really intense. I have a lot of respect for the eighth house. I have a lot of respect for what transforms and changes. And for me, I just kind of try to flow with this because I am a water sign, but there are no waters quite like Scorpio waters. And all I can really tell you is that once you emerge from the eighth house waters, you're just not the same. None of us are the same at a subconscious level because of this. And we'll know more about this as the next 6 months kind of continue. So now I would like to shift gears into my Moonology deck. Okay, I like to take these oracle cards out, and these cards are awesome. There's a card for each full and new moon. There's actually a couple other cards too, like waxing and waning messages, but I like to bring out my full moon card. I got the full moon and Scorpio card here. It says it's time to release negativity. See that beautiful full moon with the Scorpio symbol, full moon and Scorpio energy. It's time to release negativity. And here's what the book says about this, guys. If you've been feeling paranoid or acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotional, intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now. If you make an effort, use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. Emote. It's all better out than in. It's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It's herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of magic or making some magic, this is your sign to do it. So those are the messages for my oracle cards. And now I would like to get into the tarot portion of this video. So at the beginning of my videos, I like to shuffle until I connect to the ruling tarot card of the zodiac sign I'm working with, and we have the death card here. I shuffled. It took me a while, you guys, to shuffle for the Scorpio full moon, and I know that means there's a lot of energies that are associated with this. It took me about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe longer. And I'm just patient. But we have the energy of the Scorpio full moon as far as what my deck is able to give us as far as messages. And I set intention to connect with the energy that is associated with this full moon that happened on April 27th. So we have the death card. Okay, Scorpio rules death in astrology and tarot because it is deeply transformative. As the quote said, death is parallel to birth, you guys. So there's endings and beginnings here. Both are potent, both are magical, both are going to change us. Behind the death card, we have the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Leo energy, Aries, Sagittarius. But the King of Wands is that Mars aspect, okay? We have the Three of Wands, a lot of fire behind this full moon as far as tarot. So there's certain actions, okay? Some of us have turned our back confidently on things that we know are over, and we're confidently moving forward towards the beginnings now. Some of us, we really want to take certain actions in order to transform. Okay, that's that Mars energy. And this is about foresight. Some of us know that certain cycles are over because we've been waiting for this. Seven of Pentacles. This is a time of harvest. There's even Saturn here. This full moon has something to do with Saturn as well because the world is associated with Saturnian energy. So yeah, there's success in foresight, you guys. The next 3 weeks, the next 3 months, especially the time between the Scorpio full moon and the Taurus new moon on May 11th, there's definitely going to be some chapters. This full moon is associated with very important chapters in our life. And I'm telling you, this is a chapter that's ending in foresight, okay? That some of us know this. We've been waiting for it. We're waiting to take action. We're going to have to move very quickly. Some of us, Scorpio is associated with money and inheritances and our possessions. So as far as money, some of us are really juggling a lot. There's these things that we value. Here's the opposite of Scorpio and that Taurus energy coming in with the Pentacles, okay? This is about equal give and take, fairness, not giving or receiving more than those that are involved in a situation. We're all juggling so much. This is Taurus and Scorpio. You can see the emotions in the back, really up and down. Okay, a lot of us have been referring to the time lately as a roller coaster. So yeah, this is not exactly still waters, but we can get there, you guys. We just have to make really important decisions. We have to weigh out the pros and cons right now. We have to wait for certain chapters to end karmically. And ultimately, this is about foresight, okay? We've seen this coming. We know what needs to end before we take action, and we do have the King of Wands behind this message. So this is most importantly about taking action, being confident, being brave, being a leader, a natural born leader, feeling that spark again, expressing yourself during a time of endings while also remaining emotionally mature and balanced is not easy to do. But Scorpio energy, the 8th house, it offers us that. So thank you guys so much. That is apparently the energy behind the Scorpio full moon, the King of Wands. So confidence, confidence, confidence. Don't forget that Scorpio energy is also associated with Mars. Okay, a lot of people forget that sometimes. This is about embracing our masculinity, perhaps, when it comes to being powerhouses through this time of transformation and endings. So let's go ahead and get into the messages for the 12 zodiac signs, and we are going to start with Aries because Aries is the first zodiac sign. Hi Aries, welcome to the full moon, the super full moon in Scorpio. This is for Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Scorpio full moon message for Aries. And we have a large message coming out that is similar to the message that I was just talking to the collective about, but we'll talk to you about it as well, Aries. Before we get into the cards, let's talk a little bit about Scorpio for you. Make sure you watch for your rising sign so it makes more sense. I'm going to reshuffle for you as well, Aries, because I feel like this is a piggyback message for the collective. But as far as astrology, Scorpio is 8 houses away from you. So this is your house of sex, secrets, intimacy, transformation, your possessions, okay, and mystery. So when a full moon is in your 8th house, there can be really intimate endings with associated in some way with other people's money, other people's property, inheritances in any way. But there's definitely just, I would say, change in endings, even new beginnings to a certain extent over the next 6 months for you, Aries, involving sex, involving deep emotion, involving fear. All of those things can definitely bring endings to chapters and new beginnings. So there is something here that you've been juggling, Aries, but you've also been waiting for it to end. Okay, this is very similar to the message I just got for the full moon for everyone. So there's something here in foresight. There's an energy here of waiting for something to balance out more. Let's get you another message, Aries. Let's be real straightforward with Aries for the Scorpio full moon. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. What is the message for the Scorpio full moon for Aries, please? Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups staying on the table with the Eight of Wands. There's a friendship here. There's a reconciliation. There's a card on the ground. Okay, Four of Swords is on the ground. So there's definitely a hidden message here about you guys getting your rest. I'm not sure how you're sleeping. Some of you guys are recovering, maybe even from illness. Maybe you just need a bit more sleep here. But this is a sleeping man who is, I know it's a little morbid, but he is on a coffin. Coffin energy comes up with Scorpio energy. Okay, we have Pluto here. Pluto in Capricorn. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Pluto did go retrograde in Capricorn at the end of April at the same time as this full moon. Some of you guys may be dealing with Capricorn or Scorpio. Maybe some of you guys have Pluto in Capricorn, but there's a message here about from now until October when Pluto, excuse me, goes back direct. But Aries, look what's attached to this message. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something that you need here, okay? This may involve a phone call. This may involve really awakening to your true purpose, maybe second chances, forgiveness, but this is an awakening. This is that Scorpio energy of, you know, rising from the ashes, okay? Answering the call metaphorically and literally. And we have this in regards to perhaps some kind of situation that you're stuck in, okay? Something toxic, something codependent, something you need in order to free yourself from a situation you've been keeping yourself in, Aries, with a toxic person, a toxic situation. You're chained to it. There's going to be a resurrection to this situation. Maybe a second chance with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There may be an offer, a second chance with a Capricorn and a new beginning, but this is a golden opportunity. This may be amongst friends, amongst some kind of celebration. I'm not sure how your guys' birthday went. Happy late birthday, Aries, but this is a birthday party. This is something you're going to be celebrating in the future, in the fall, if you can see that pumpkin down there, okay? Halloween maybe, but there's going to be a message from a friend, a text message from a friend, a phone call. Okay, I don't know why this is important, but there is a new beginning here. There's an offer, something you need, a lump sum of money perhaps. And there's also going to be communication very quickly in regards to a reconciliation. You're going to be celebrating some kind of communication. You have been waiting for this almost. You've been, you know, the time that it took for this to start moving forward and for you to really awaken to this new beginning here, Aries. Maybe Capricorn season is going to be important, or the Capricorn full moon in June. Let's see, is that when no. When is the Capricorn full moon? It'll be in July, probably, in Cancer season. So there's a waiting period here for you to heal before all this happens, okay? We have Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck, so that might be important. Patience, balance, moderation, waiting for the truth, waiting for communication, really watching your options, okay? Because some of these options are changing. And there's something here about your truth, holding back your truth, but also being overwhelmed emotionally because of all the options and changes going on. Okay, so there may be someone here who is spying or watching you, who needs to know the truth, Aries, but you actually pulled the Death card. So I know there may be actually a Scorpio involved, a Sagittarius, but you are healing. Okay, this is about really being patient, allowing yourself some time to mentally process everything that has changed. But definitely going to be some messages back and forth from a friend or a female specifically. News about reconciliation, moving forward, focusing on friendship, but really awakening to what is toxic in your life. Addictions, codependency, obsession, your shadow side. This is about your shadow side. But this is about something that it's offering you, some kind of new beginning, something that you value, okay? So please relate that to the endings and the transformation that is taking place in your 8th house. Thank you so much, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. This is a message for the Scorpio full moon that took place on April 27th. And this is going to take place throughout a 6-month cycle, all the way until November 4th, 2021. So let's talk a little bit about Scorpio and astrology and how important of a zodiac sign that is for you as the opposite of Scorpio. This could not have been a full moon without you, Taurus. The sun is in your sign, shining bright on all that we have, all that we own, our self-worth. There's so much energy in your sign, first of all. Venus is in Taurus, Mercury is in Taurus, the sun is in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus, all opposing the light of endings happening with the Scorpio full moon. But for you, Taurus, Scorpio is 7 houses away from you. All right, sorry about that, Taurus. My dog started drinking. Some of you guys need to drink more water because I always take it as a sign when my dog does that during my videos, but he is loud, so I pause the video. So yeah, some of you guys need to drink more water, but I was talking about Scorpio and how it is 7 houses away from you on the zodiac wheel, especially if you're a Taurus rising. Ouch. So please watch for your Taurus, for your rising sign, you guys. So 7th house is all about relationships, partnerships of all kinds, romantic partnerships, friendships, just any kind of relationships. It could be family or co-workers, okay? Friendship, if I haven't mentioned that, but just we have relationships with all things, people, and places, and even the relationship with yourself is highlighted around this time of year, Taurus. So when we have a full moon in our 7th house, this can definitely bring changes, new beginnings, and endings to the chapters of our relationships, specifically when it comes to the emotions of other people. Okay, so very, very interesting that you're going to be going through the next 6 months. Is going to be a lot of changes and transformation. So Scorpio is also dealing with intimacy and secrets. So there might be relationship illumination, secrets that come out, but this is sexual relationships as well. Deep, emotional, intimate relationships, Taurus, are being very highlighted. And what needs to end, new chapters are going to be starting. So I would definitely predict new relationships, emotional connections throughout the next 6 months until November. Now the tarot message is the Page of Pentacles and the Chariot. Got the energy of Cancer here. We have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn as well. So Taurus, this is your energy, okay? This is about, you may be dealing with a Cancer. There may be an apology or an offer from somebody with Cancer energy here that is important to mention, or you may have Cancer energy. But aside from Cancer, the Chariot is associated with acceleration forward, mentally harnessing something, Taurus. There's going to be new beginnings. This is you and newfound value of some sort, literally or metaphorically. It could be self-worth, but the Page of Pentacles is at the very beginning of a financial journey. Okay, this is the initial seed. Now this may be talking about the energy of your new moon that's going to take place the first 2 weeks of May. On May 11th is going to be a new moon. There may be some acceleration forward then. What I see here, especially because both of these cards are yellow. Actually, you're pulling all three. You can't see because this is in black and white, but the energy behind these cards are all yellow, Taurus, all yellow in all three of these cards. So there's something here about awareness, confidence, maybe even positive news, because you are pulling the Page of Wands now. I'm seeing Leo, Virgo energy, Leo, Taurus energy, and Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. But this is also about, you know, investing in something successfully. Some kind of cycle has gone full circle. There may be an anniversary. I know you guys are going through birthdays. Happy birthday, Taurus. Okay, this could be definitely birthday energy, celebrations, but you've planted a lot, okay? And there's going to be some positive news in regards to something that you planted successfully maybe a year ago, but there's something that it's been 1 year since this. You know, yearly anniversaries come up with the World card, so something has come full circle. You're moving a little bit slower. We got Virgo here. You're moving a bit more slower though, Taurus, because of your energy. You've kind of came into the universe and showed us all how to take logical steps forward without being too sporadic, how to do that confidently, how to do that while expressing yourself in a grounded way, Mercury and Taurus energy. But this is definitely you being planned, okay? Thinking forward, being a little bit more slower, going at your own pace so that you can be successful. This is about doing little things every day. It's kind of Virgo energy so that you can really plant something. So not only did you find a pinnacle, but you're in movement forward, just like this Chariot. That's basically, this is the same energy. It's pinnacle movement. So there's movement when it comes to your physical reality, when it comes to what you own, money. Okay, there may be a vehicle here, something here to insure a vehicle, a newfound vehicle. A vehicle that you value, travel that you value. But there's something that you have found, Taurus, during this cycle. By the time of November, you will be holding different possessions, different values. You'll be moving forward. You'll be traveling, but you're focusing and you're starting to really mentally harness value in a completely new way. People, places, and things that you value. This could be a new relationship, perhaps with a Cancer. Maybe the vehicle of you or the person you're connecting with is important. Some of you make money while using a vehicle, or someone does. So that could be, you know, Lyft, Uber, Uber Eats, anything like that. Or maybe you travel for money. So I don't know what that could be. It could be any combination, like semi-drivers, just anything that involves movement and money is what I'm hearing. Movement and money. You're a lot more confident. So you've discovered new passion when it comes to your value. There may be children here. Okay, I see 2 children here. Young fire sign, young earth sign. They might be important. Maybe you're younger, but you're definitely moving. So for those who are listening in favor of Taurus, and perhaps you need to hear this as well, Taurus, moving slower does not indicate a lack of passion. It does not indicate a lack of desire, and it does not indicate a lack of confidence. This is how Taurus moves forward confidently. When they know what they have, when they know what they're worth, when they know that something has come full circle, when they're celebrating something, these cycles, there's good news. A lot of messages here, Taurus, but you're going to be moving forward and really focusing mentally. You're starting to realize that you don't have to physically control things in order to have true power. This is accelerating forward and mentally harnessing something without having, physical. This chariot does not have reins, okay? So yeah, thank you so much, Taurus. Please relate that to your messages to the relationships. Maybe even in relationships, you are moving a bit slower until you discover some kind of value or worth in the situation, and then you're going to start accelerating a bit faster over the next 6 months at some point. But I would say new relationship investments really moving forward. With the chariot, there could be certain relationships that are moving a bit faster than what you're ready for, but that is called having a full moon in your 7th house of relationships, especially opposing Scorpio. A lot of transformation there. I would say relationship transformation, okay? So thank you so much, Taurus. Happy birthday once again. Let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Happy almost birthday. Welcome to the super full moon in Scorpio message from April 27th to November 4th, 2021. So this is a 6-month cycle. Let's talk about the Scorpio full moon for Gemini. 6th house energy for you, Gemini. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the Scorpio full moon on April 27th. Messages for Gemini, please. What are the Scorpio full moon messages for Gemini? Messages for Gemini. And we have a card coming out. Thank you. So Gemini, as I mentioned, we got the Magician wanting to show out. Hey, Mercury. Hey, Gemini. So we'll just put that there as well. Something quite magical happening for you, Gemini, especially in foresight. I'm seeing magic in foresight. Some of you guys, this is literal. Like there's something here that you know is going to manifest. But before we get into that, let's talk about Scorpio and what it means for you on the wheel as a Gemini. Now, Scorpio is 6 houses away from you, Gemini. So this energy has everything to do with how you live life, your everyday routine, the services you offer other people, and the endings that might be happening there, the cycles, the chapters, the new beginnings. By the time of November 4th, you may be living a completely different lifestyle, and this means changing eating habits, changing drinking habits, no longer doing so. When you have a full moon in the 6th house, this isn't necessarily about a new lifestyle. It's about the old one that's dead. Certain things that you're not going to be doing anymore, certain work, certain jobs that you're just not going to be doing anymore, because not only have you transformed and you're about to be reborn for your birthdays, many of you, please watch for your rising sign as well. Okay, but for you, Gemini, yeah, this is definitely about changing your lifestyle to accommodate the you that is being reborn over the next 6 months. Basically, who you are now, who you were 6 months ago as well is coming up here. What we were doing 6 months ago comes up with these moon cycles. So if you really think about that, how you used to live 6 months ago and how you want to live 6 months from now may be different. It's time to really illuminate those changes, okay? This is about your emotions, okay, and how that incorporates into your everyday life as well, and intimacy. Sex every day is an energy that comes up with the Scorpio 6th house, but this is about your health transforming as well, your emotional health, intimacy, secrets as well, like your secret lifestyle and certain things being illuminated there, okay? So as far as the tarot message though, we know this is 6th house energy, and there's going to be some things ending in your routine, okay, your health. All right, your job, work, that kind of thing. We have 2 very beautiful yellow cards that you can't see because I have it in black and white to honor Scorpio darkness. But trust me, these 2 cards are beautiful and yellow together. The 3 of Wands is all about foresight. This is the card that came out for you first, Gemini. So we've got fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be important. Expression, passion, taking action, manifesting. But the 3 of Wands is about choosing a new direction for yourself. Waiting for something to arrive, okay? There's something here about 3 weeks, 3 months specifically. January, February, March might have been important, or 3 months from April is July, right? So there might be something that you're waiting for that will arrive the middle of April, or that might arrive in 3 months from the time that you're watching this video. So, yeah, you've chosen a new passionate direction for yourself, and this might be about the way you're living, this might be about your job, but there's something here that is just beyond the horizon for you. You can see it coming, you're waiting for its arrival. This is anticipation. For some of you guys, this literally has something to do with magic, something that you manifested, okay, is coming through to fruition, okay? It might involve travel or a long distance away, but and also, you may be turning your back on certain things as well, because the Three of Wands suggests turning your back on certain things. But don't turn your back on magic, Gemini, because you have everything you need. So those of you guys who are waiting for certain things, certain resources because of the Taurus energy, certain materials, certain tools when it comes to knowledge, communication, and your words, manifestation, magic, make sure you're focusing forward. And I also want to tell you, Gemini, if you're waiting in anticipation, that is not evidence that something is not manifesting, that something is not magical. You're going to have all the resources you need in order to manifest something in 3 days, in 3 weeks, in 3 months, but it's just magic and foresight. There's going to be something very magical that you've seen coming. Okay? You know, I imagine as a Mercury ruled sign, foresight is quite logical, okay? Pisces calls it intuition. Sagittarius calls it an adventure, excitement. Gemini and Virgo, it's like you think of things before they arrive. That's what this kind of energy is, okay? I see there's certain resources, and I say that, certain resources up ahead, I was going to say. Yeah, there's something with you, Gemini, with not even finishing your thoughts. Welcome to being a dual sign that is air, mutable, and also ruled by Mercury. Like, so you're not finishing your thoughts. There might even be some kind of communication that is up ahead. There's something about Mercury in foresight. Thinking of things or thoughts that you have before they actually come to physical manifestation. That's called being psychic as an air sign. If you think about something before it happens, or you just knew it would, there's some kind of communication or magic up ahead for you. Magic and foresight, waiting for something to manifest, anticipating certain resources. Okay, what I was going to say is the Magician is the only tarot card that possesses all elements. We have water to represent emotion, Pentacle to represent earth and earth, and we have the swords to represent air and the wand to represent fire. So we've got all 4 elements here. You have everything you need. Okay, and don't forget that during this little small waiting period, you're anticipating something that's going to manifest. There might even be travel in 3 weeks, travel in 3 months. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Yeah, there's some kind of wish coming true for you. And we have the Hermit, which is interesting because you are going through 6th house energy, which is Virgo. Virgo and Sagittarius here, maybe Aries, Leo. Some of you guys are dealing with financial conflict, the fear of not having enough. It's so interesting when my tarot cards bring up these 2 cards, the 5 of Pentacles and the Magician. There's a very strong difference between manifesting and knowing that you have everything you need, and this 5 of Pentacles. There's going to be an action over the next 6 months. You're going to rush into something. Maybe you choose to quit a job. Some of you guys have been dealing with finances all on your own. Okay, that you need to be very wise before you rush into anything, because you're under this lifestyle transformation over the next 6 months. A lot's going to be illuminated there. There's even something here about children, maybe something from the past, memories. This is Scorpio energy, Pisces, Cancer. There's some regrets you have from the past, Gemini, that you need to express, that you need to kind of confidently tap into. If there's anything from the past that didn't work out, see, this is that Scorpio energy that can be triggered as well. Regretful memories, conflicted emotions from maybe someone returns from the past. Okay, someone you abandoned, someone who abandoned you, left you out in the cold. But we definitely have Virgo. There might be a Virgo that's expressing something to you. Okay, but something that needs to change in your physical reality so we can get that 5 of Pentacles to the 6 of Pentacles, a more balanced, equal give and take. All right, but there's a lot manifesting for you, specifically some kind of wish, something very emotionally fulfilling. Could be Pisces energy. But this is about making sure that you're not in debt emotionally, Gemini, as well. Not just financially, but don't give or receive more when it comes to intimacy. All right, but there's something that you know is manifesting up ahead, and you're just kind of waiting on that. So mental patience is coming up here. Being patient for something to manifest, staying focused, not distracted. Okay, Gemini, you've got your planet Mercury here, which is in Taurus. So that has a lot to do with being patient mentally. Your thoughts about money and stuff like that, especially subconsciously, because Taurus is the sign right behind you in your subconscious. So thanks, Gemini. In a nutshell, your life is changing. There's a lot of messages here for you about further balancing something, being fulfilled emotionally, not allowing breadcrumbs, turning your back on a situation that doesn't emotionally fulfill you, being wise before you charge forward, express, and take action in regards to a situation in the past that was neglectful. Some of you guys had a very neglectful childhood. There's someone here who is homeless. You're not alone, Gemini. I know there's some conflict going on physically and emotionally with this Taurus and Scorpio energy. But yeah, there's going to be some things that are manifesting for you. Just stay patient, all right? It's for your life to change. All right, let's move to Cancer for this Scorpio full moon. Hi, Cancer. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hello. Okay, let's get another one. We've got some unexpected energy coming in for you, Cancer. We do have Mars in your sign. The Tower is ruled by Mars. Scorpio is associated with Mars energy. So we've definitely got some unexpected communication. Some of you guys need to really focus during all these shock and sudden change, okay? And we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out for you, Cancer. We've got more messages there. So let's, interesting. Definitely connected to you, Cancer. We'll get into the tarot cards momentarily. First, I want to just discuss Scorpio on the Zodiac wheel for you guys. Make sure you watch for your rising sign as well, because it'll make more sense when I talk about the houses. But Cancer, on the Zodiac wheel, Scorpio is 5 houses away from you. But the good news is that Scorpio trines you and any planets you have in Pisces or Cancer. So this is positive, harmonious flow of emotion and transformation and hidden illuminative energies. But the 5th house of Scorpio is all about expression, okay? Your childhood, children energy, pleasure, romance, soulmates. So there's change and intimacy and sex, secrets that are all being associated with this energy, okay? You could be dealing with a Gemini. I just received a text from a Gemini. But, okay, over the next 6 months until November, there's going to be a lot of changes, new beginnings and endings taking place when it comes to the way you're expressing your emotions and the changes, okay? There's a very intense, intimate way that Cancers go about expressing their emotion because of that 5th house Scorpio aspect, okay? All of that energy that could definitely be related to the chapters. Now, the card that came out first is the 6 of Wands. So this is a card of attention. There's a lot of romantic attention here. This is someone who is at a parade. They're celebrating. This could be about your birthdays. Okay, we have the 6. So this could be June energy. Some of you guys may be born late June. All right, but this is victory, success, acknowledgement, being recognized for something, being given an award for something. There's a celebration that's happening for you, Cancer, or there might be one that you're attending. But this is the card of attention for me. Very Leo energy. A lot of eyes on you. You're on a high horse. You're the spotlight. So as far as the 5th house energy and all these changes taking place romantically within your emotions and new romantic interests coming in, perhaps the energy of children may be important. There's going to be a lot of attention, success, and victory. Now, following that, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. So on a side note, there's someone here who is celebrating and working amongst a liar of some sort. There is someone here, there's like a lie at work, some kind of deception going on. Okay, someone here is working hard on something, strategizing. I can say that. Someone here is really working hard on a strategy. Someone here would rather work alone, okay, instead of being taken from. But the 7 of Swords is the card of deception, sneaky energy. There might just be some sneaky work energy going on. This might be in regards to a romantic interest. You know, someone here is just lying about where they work. I don't know why this is important over the next, maybe, yeah, Scorpio would illuminate something like this for you. So just be careful not to deceive yourself. Another message here is whatever you guys do as far as work, okay, someone works with their hands here. They're building something. This could be school because this person is learning how to master something. This is Virgo for some of you guys. All right. Yeah, just be careful not to allow yourself to be deceived about money or work, something you've worked really hard on that someone's taking from you. Something's being taken from you that you really worked hard on. They're taking credit, like I made this, I built it. That kind of energy. Don't let anyone take credit or take anything from you, money or at work. Okay, this might be about a promotion for those of you who are resonating with that. I can tell you that you'll be going through 6th house energy with Sagittarius full moon. So this looks like 6th house energy, what you do for work, what you do for money, what you do for stability. Be very, very careful because this card came out underneath the 8 of Pentacles. So there might just be some sneaky energy going on when it comes to that. But the weird thing is at the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot, which is you. So I know this is for you. You could be dealing with another Cancer, someone else with Cancer energy in their chart. Maybe Cancer season really is important for you guys, but this is about acceleration, moving forward in spite of obstacles, gaining mental control and harnessing something mentally while moving forward in spite of being able to see, in spite of not being able to see. Okay, you're going to be moving victoriously regardless of what's taken from you. There might be just some kind of lie or deception here. Okay, but you're trying to focus on work. You're trying to put that behind you. Just be careful of letting people take things from you. You're going to be moving forward anyway, especially after you walk away. Now, this is the Scorpio full moon. Some of you guys have walked away from an Aries sun, moon, or rising, or there was a father figure energy here, like the head of the house, the man of the house, a boss. There was some kind of stagnance or difficult decision to make when it came to an emotional completion, something that ended emotionally, maybe in a family situation, home, okay, relationship stuff. But you walked away from some kind of control. You walked away from some kind of arrogance. All right, you're taking your control back by walking away towards fulfillment. Okay, something was missing. That's what this full moon is showing you in your 5th house. Maybe romance is missing. Maybe you're just not happy. Happiness comes up with the 5th house. Okay, expressing yourself. But yeah, some of you guys, maybe it was a father figure. Your father, it may be coming up here, or the father of your children. Maybe you're a father watching, but you're looking up at this Scorpio full moon, and the illumination is going to spread the next 6 months. And you're walking towards your soul. You're going on a soul journey the next 6 months, Cancer, to really, really tap into maybe your own masculinity. You know, Mars is in your sign at the time of this. So Mars is compelling you to take action emotionally in Cancer. So this full moon illuminated a path and a journey for you to take back your control, okay? Strategize, work really hard. You're moving forward. Now, walking away was an obstacle for you in the past when you didn't have control, when you didn't have the drive and the confidence. But you're moving forward. Now this is something that is accelerating you, okay? You're getting acknowledged for this at work, but there's just something going on behind your back that you might not be aware of. But please believe the Scorpio full moon is going to reveal those who are cheating, lying, stealing, taking, or sneaking around trying to go unnoticed about something, okay, Cancer? So that's 5th house energy. You're going to be getting a lot of attention. We even have the Queen of Cups, some unexpected emotions. Okay, this is Mars in Cancer. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. This could be you if you're a woman. Okay, you're kind of closed off emotionally because of all this change, and you know, it's kind of hard to stay in tune with your emotions when you've got Mars in your sign constantly driving you forward and like highlighting your desires. But we can at least say with this full moon that there's going to be some completions to cycles as far as your childhood, old romances, but some new beginnings and new chapters developing as far as what can make the new you happy, Cancer. This is about staying in touch with the emotions you had as a child in order to illuminate those secrets and truth. But I can say there's going to be some changes when it comes to soulmate energy, new romances, pleasure, and creativity, expressing your emotions throughout transformation, okay? Thank you so much, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Hi, Leo. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For the full moon in Scorpio. What is the full moon in Scorpio message for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Full moon in Scorpio for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 4th house energy. All right, we got a card just coming out like Leo. I feel your energy, Leo. There's some sass I'm tapping into here. Like you ain't playing no games right now. Okay, so before we get into the tarot, let's talk a little bit about Scorpio and some things about you, Leo. So watch for your rising sign, you guys. It'll make more sense with the houses, but on the Zodiac wheel, Scorpio is 4 houses away from you. This talks about family, home, foundation, the roots of where we're from. All right, so there's a full moon there, Leo. Now, I will say Scorpio energy for you is a bit problematic because there's a 90-degree angle between you and Scorpio on the wheel. So that brings up compromise. That brings up conflict and confliction, tension. So those kind of things could have been illuminated on the Scorpio full moon. They may be illuminated behind the scenes over the next 6 months until November. But this is about family. This is about, you know, your past, your mother, your home. Now, 7 of Wands is what's coming up. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So this is your energy as a fire sign, Leo, but you're on guard about something. Or someone you live with is. Someone in your family is. Something about your home. Or you as a mother. I don't know what it is for all of you, but I can tell you that Leo energy for this Scorpio full moon, you guys are on guard. You feel the need to protect yourself. You're strong, though. You're the king of the hill. But this is the hater card. How funny to pull this for you, Leo, because you guys, we know you deal with haters being the sun. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's just some fighting energy going on with a home environment, but this is perseverance. It takes a lot of strength to stand up there. Now, this is unexpected. You didn't even have time to put on shoes before you had to defend yourself, protect yourself, battle something off. You're definitely fighting off people, places, and things beneath you that are envious, jealous. Okay, this is about being in a high position in life, and when you're in a position like this, okay, perhaps in a home, perhaps with a family member, or in your life, okay, it takes a lot of strength to stand up there and kind of fight things off from all angles. Now, for some of you guys, this is a karmic battle. Maybe even that involves a Libra. You guys could definitely maybe have Libra energy. This could be about the justice system. The law may be involved. Okay, you guys are standing up for what's right. You guys are standing up for balance, equality, harmony. Okay, this is definitely, it could be the law, it could be justice. Now, yeah, there is someone who may be in jail here, definitely, because we have the Eight of Swords. For those of you guys who are not, now this is literally jail, the justice system. Someone's incarcerated here. There was a fight. You're protecting yourself. Someone here. Now, if this isn't true yet, over the next 6 months, because of this, I don't know if there's some kind of family dispute, and maybe someone here, this is even involving marriage. Someone's trapped in a marriage, trapped in situation. There's a Libra here. Someone has Libra energy, very detached from your emotions, Leo. I would recommend that you get back in tune with those so that you can get out of your head, and so that you can see a way out of this situation karmically. But what I was going to say, there might have been a fight, the law was involved, someone went to jail, and also this could be a custody battle or like a marriage dispute. I don't know where I was going with that, but there's someone here, and if it's not a real jail, then this may be a metaphorical prison that someone is in, you or someone else, Leo. You're really stuck in your head about something karmically, so much so that you have your guard up. Yeah, there's a Leo here that is very, very defensive. We have the Queen of Wands. So this could be, the queens sometimes are gay men to me. So it's a feminine Leo that is really on guard. You could even be fighting another fire sign, or fighting off an outside woman, a mistress of some sort, or maybe that's your energy. But this is about you being confident, first and foremost. Being very confident. You're on guard because of certain endings from the past, pain, betrayal. There is a very fired up fire sign here that's ready to take action after a time of ending, but you are on guard, or someone is on guard against you, Leo. I do see that as well. But you're persevering. Some of you are single and independent. You've manifested your own garden of abundance with this Taurus energy. You've allowed things to end. There's an ending to a painful situation that has been keeping you from being confident and standing up for yourself, feeling attractive, feeling desirable, being a natural born leader and that head bitch in charge. But you've got boundaries here. There's some kind of final battle. Maybe it's even in court. Okay, I do see that strongly for someone here. And there is the zodiac sign Libra. Maybe Libra season in October might be important, but something here needs to balance out. Someone's mental space needs to balance out. Something needs to be a bit more fair, because Leo will straight up fight you. Okay, I'm seeing Leo is in that fighting stance. You're defending your territory. You're defending people and places and things. You're defending yourself. Okay, some of you guys are having to fight off the law in some way, whether that's the real law or if it's just energetic law of some sort. Okay, but keep in mind this is taking place with family. So someone in your family or who you live with could be going through this. Mother energy. But it's interesting, there may be endings to home environments. You may find yourself with a completely different family energies, changes that has happened in your family by November. You may live somewhere completely different by November as well, okay, Leo? But, it's interesting. I did mention conflict and stuff like that, and that is definitely this. This is your fired up energy, ready to fight, ready to battle. You're hella wounded. Okay, this kind of catches you off guard, but Leo stays ready. You stay in the fighting position, okay? Trust me, I know I have Leo and Mars. So I felt that feisty energy from you. You're going to get yourself out of this situation. Karmically, things are going to balance out by November, okay? But keep in mind, family, foundation, home, and roots come up here, and changes, intimacy, certain emotions, sex, death, rebirth, all of these energies, and mystery as well. So thanks, Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. What is the Scorpio super full moon message for Virgo? Sun, moon, and rising. What are the messages for Virgo, please? What can we talk to Virgo about? Virgo. Scorpio full moon message for Virgo, please. Okay, we have a card, Virgo. So before we get into the tarot, let's talk a little bit about Scorpio, okay? So on the zodiac wheel, Scorpio is 3 houses from you, Virgo. And you should watch for your rising sign because it'll resonate more. But on the wheel, all Virgos, they have a third house, Scorpio. So this energy that I'm talking about tonight, this transformation energy, this sex, intimacy, rebirth, endings, new beginnings, cycles, it's all taking place in the third house of communication for you, Virgo. So your lower mind, which is interesting, as a Virgo ruled by Mercury, you are associated, just like Gemini is, with the lower mind, that area of our mind that processes daily information, detail, that kind of thing. So emotion is there now, Virgo. Intimacy, your intimate thoughts, sexual thoughts, intimate conversations about endings, new beginnings, that kind of thing is really taking place here. All right. And it's very interesting. The tarot cards must know that because you're receiving the Page of Swords. Excuse me, the Page of Swords. This is a very interesting card to come up for the third house, which is what you're going through with this Scorpio. So intense conversations here. Emotional conversations, sexual conversations, conversations that illuminate secrets, your secret thoughts, Virgo. The truth comes up. Okay, the intimate truth. Okay, it's interesting that you have a third house Scorpio and the truth is so intimate for you. Detail, facts, these are all intimate things. Now, over the next 6 months, you will begin to intuitively tap into intuitive thought, basically. Virgo is very intuitive because Scorpio is intuitive. Your third house in the universe is associated with Pluto and Mars. So there might even be some things you're thinking about changing or that you're thinking about taking action. But Page of Swords, young air energy, okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, there's a younger, the things younger people may say, but this is about new communication. This is on key, Virgo. When you have a full moon in your third house of communication, how you talk and communicate and think is changing. How you talk and communicate is changing because how you think is changing. The Page of Swords comes up for someone who has found a new way to express their self. Okay, by November, there may be, you may be speaking in a completely different way, but there may be further information you need to obtain with the Page of Swords. So make sure you're watching, listening, observing the detail over the next 4 months, okay? Emotionally, intellectually, all of those things, because there's something awakening in you, Virgo. All right, you may be dealing with a Gemini because we have the lovers here. There might even be a reconciliation with a Gemini or a lover, okay? There might be a third party as well. You may have a Gemini friend, all right? But we definitely have a choice here when it comes to lovers and friends. There might even be a choice between lovers and friends. But we have the Judgment card. This is Plutonian energy. This energy is very associated with this full moon because Pluto went retrograde at the time of this full moon, and Pluto rules Scorpio. So we had a little bit of double Scorpio energy that awaited us at the end of April, and that's going to be taking place throughout the next 6 months. So there might be a phone call here. I definitely see something here about a second chance with a twin flame or a Gemini. Someone may have Gemini energy. There might be a phone call from a lover that is at a distance, but you feel really called to communicate with certain people. You're definitely going to be communicating on the phone a little bit more often over the next 6 months, Virgo, in order to enhance these intimate connections. There may be mental connections you make with people, emotional connections that you make, but there is a choice that you feel really called to make, specifically when it comes to a specific connection and an obstacle. Okay, there's going to be a second chance and a reconciliation with a divine partnership, but there's choices to reconcile. There's friends. Might be a friend zone here. You may be connecting with a friend, but there's third parties with these two cards here. If you're dealing with two different people, places, or things, and you have choices to make, go with what you feel called to do. Do what you feel is most aligned with your true purpose. Choose to awaken, Virgo. There's a relationship, a divine connection that is awakening. We've got Pluto, Gemini energy here. Very quickly, a lot of texting, communicating. All right. Yeah, there's a new love. Maybe with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you missed an opportunity with. There's going to be some unexpected changes that are taking place. Now, there's another message here for you all that is talking about the offers that you've closed yourself off to emotionally. This Queen of Cups is very unsure whether she would like to accept these unexpected love offers that are coming in. And why? Because you're not really sure if these people are going to breadcrumb you like the people in the past have. But there's a new love here. There's something here about healing. There's new love that is going to heal you. This is someone you haven't spoke to in a while, or you just haven't experienced love. But be careful missing an opportunity of new love because of lack of movement or stagnancy. You've recovered from something. This is that communication energy with the third house. You're going to be really communicating a lot, Virgo. And I really feel like there's going to be some kind of relationship resurrection, second choices. Maybe that's because the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is your 5th house of romance. So yeah, there's some kind of resurrection here, some kind of Plutonian connection, relationship transformation, but choices to reconcile with someone. Okay, this is someone you've been focusing on, someone you've been keeping an eye on, spying on. This may be someone who's spying on you. Someone's holding back communication from you, Virgo, because your 3rd house is Scorpio, because they know that your mind is changing about a lot of stuff. So that message was really straight to the point. We just pulled the Devil card. So be careful of toxicity. Make sure your shadow side is in tune and in check when it comes to your thoughts. Like dark thoughts is a Scorpio 3rd house thing as well. So you need to be really communicating and pay attention to your thoughts. But this is the overall message for you. The things that you're observing and spying on, Virgo, the detail that you're going to be able to see and feel throughout the next 6 months. But yeah, you're going to be communicating throughout these endings, and you're going to be adding a little bit more of an in-depth emotion to the way that you're thinking and communicating too. So speaking your emotions, but yeah, someone's got their eye on you and they want forgiveness, or you feel this way about someone. I really sense a reconciliation by November. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Libra. What is the Scorpio full message? What is the Scorpio full moon message for Libra, sun, moon, and rising Libra energy? What is the Scorpio full moon message for Libra? And we have the Ace of Cups here and the Queen of Cups. Could be new love with a water sign. Be careful not to miss opportunities. Okay, let's try this again. Some of you could be dealing with Sagittarius, Virgo. Okay, someone here is not charging forward and taking action. They're not expressing something. Someone may be holding on to something tightly. Release your comfort zone, Libra. So give me a message for Libra for the Scorpio full moon, April 27th. What is the message for sun, moon, and rising Libra? Okay, we got a message coming out here. Let's talk a little bit about astrology, Libra, before we get into the cards, okay? So this is a Scorpio full moon message between April 27th and November 4th, 2021. And we have Scorpio energy 2 houses away from you, Libra, on the Zodiac wheel. Please watch for your rising sign because it'll resonate a lot more when I mention the houses. But Scorpio occupies the 2nd house for Libra. We went through your full moon a month ago, and now we're going into the energy of your resources. It's interesting. You rule an opposite universe because you're the opposite of Aries. So even though Taurus is the actual 2nd house of our universe, the opposite of Taurus is your 2nd house, Libra. So this has to do with what you own, what you have, your self-worth, your possessions, all 5 senses, food, wealth, finances, money, what you have, what you own, possessions, physical, tangible things. This is about money in the material realm. And that's exactly what we have here. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. This message was illustrated at the beginning of the video. So this is definitely the physical realm, Libra, of Scorpio. A lot of changes and new beginnings happening when it comes to what you own and finances and money and stability, security. You may find yourself juggling a whole lot by the end of this transit. Okay, 7 of Pentacles is about a harvest that you're reaping. Okay, something that you've planted, something that you've put in a lot of energy, effort, and time into, just as this farmer has. And this is the energy where you step back and you wait for something to grow to full potential. But for me, this card talks about really knowing by the end of this transit whether you've wasted your time. Okay, for those of you who have worked really hard, you're going to be very, very proud of the profit that you've made from a certain situation. But in November, just before your birthdays, you are going to know whether you're standing before a fruitful, abundant bush that you have that's paid off, or are you standing in front of a very dry, drought, dead bush. And I don't think you guys are going to be continuing in the same way. You're not going to be investing in the same things after this full moon illuminates, your true worth and value, because it's difficult to wait and be patient for something to grow when you're juggling so much. Okay, patience is a thing here. Weighing out the pros and cons and even acknowledging what that is doing to your emotions, Libra. You may have a decision to make between 2 different things that have the potential to grow at different rates. Okay, I'm hearing rapid growth. All right. Rapid waters, rapid growth. All right. I see it in both of these cards. But this is a garden that you've planted. Something that you have invested in is going to come to fruition. And you may be juggling that new thing and something old that is no longer growing. And that's why you need to weigh out the pros and cons over the next 6 months. Okay. A lot of ups and downs emotionally. But there's financial balance here that you're obtaining during all the changes in your emotion. Now, this may have something to do, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and now Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Four of Wands, this may have to do with a commitment, a home environment, some kind of celebration, family, but there's some kind of commitment here. This is marriage, twin flame energy, so you may be juggling a lot when it comes to commitment. Some of you guys, there's a new spark here and a new beginning with the Fool card and the Ace of Wands. Because of these new sparks of excitement and passion, you're going to be moving on to a calmer place. And it looks like some of you guys are moving on to a calmer commitment. Okay, you're moving on to a calmer home environment. Some of you guys are going to know exactly what that means by November. You're definitely moving on. Some of you are moving home. Some of you guys are moving towards a more committed relationship with someone. I really see that there's a relationship that excuse me, maybe it's hard to put this into words, but it's experiencing a new spark of passion. This might involve travel, and I do see an earth sign that you might be experiencing this with this, or a Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, a stable emotional, but this is about money for you. So yeah, there's a very stable energy here. You're moving on to that. Okay, maybe some of you guys finally have the money to finance a home or a wedding, okay, or there's something going on, but you're juggling a lot. You're going to get yourself into a calmer place mentally. There's a lot of chaotic waters you've endured while juggling and waiting here, but your investments are going to pay off. You just got to weigh out the pros and cons and make a decision between two people or places or things that you value, Libra. This is Scorpio second house energy if I've ever saw it. Okay, because there's a lot you're juggling in the physical realm, but there's also your emotions and what's sailing there. So full moon in the second house is about completions when it comes to possessions. Money that is yours, that is inherited, okay? There may be some of that going on too. So thank you so much, Libra. The full moon in Scorpio is going to transform what it is that you own, what it is that you have, okay? Money energy. I would definitely be setting intentions for things that are no longer yours to kind of, you know, say goodbye to those, Libra, so that you can make room for new financial things that you value. I'll just say that. New things that you value, okay? Changes there. Let's move on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your super full moon message, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Huge fan of your energy every year. I look forward to this. Love it. I have so much to say to you, Scorpio, but I'm just going to let the cards do the talking because there's a lot of deep energy taking place here. And we have the Two of Wands that just flew across the whole room. So there definitely may be something here about this, okay? King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We got Aquarius and Gemini here. Here's your mindset. We got a lot of air energy here, Scorpio. So there's something here about you really being mature, you really knowing your truth, okay? There might be air sign energy to mention here in your chart or someone else's. We got Queen of Pentacles as well. King of Wands. Look at all four of these people. There's four people here. Got a fire sign, an earth sign, an air sign, something that's being communicated to an earth sign, an action that you would like to take. There's two different men here. There's three different men and a woman. I don't know if that matters, but this Two of Wands indicates a path between two people, place, their things that you're passionate about, Scorpio. Here's you at the top of a balcony holding the world in your hands, and you're choosing a new direction for yourself. You're putting behind comfort and you're choosing growth. This is about being in between where you've been and where you have yet to go, what you're used to and what you have yet to discover and experience. So there's something about that going on for you, okay? Choices between passion. But I will say this Scorpio full moon is happening in your first house as a Scorpio. So this has everything to do with who you are. Who you are is being illuminated. We have the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the King of Pentacles. Some of you guys, there's a new beginning financially that you're leaping into. There might be some kind of new passionate spark and new beginning. We have two new beginning cards with the King of Pentacles. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We got Sagittarius. Okay, stay patient. So let's really see, Scorpio. I really want to deliver you a good message for your moon because I know that this energy this month has really, we've all felt it. So what is the message for Scorpio? First of all, let me fix my shirt. Gee whiz. Okay, what is the message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Scorpio, full moon, super moon. What is the Scorpio full moon message for Scorpio? Scorpio full moon message for Scorpio. What is the message for Scorpio? Okay, we have a card coming out. Scorpio, you are the boss. You are the boss of this full moon. You are in control. You are the emperor. You are ruled by Mars, as I've been telling everybody during this whole reading. So Aries energy may be important. You may be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have Aries energy in your chart. But I feel like this has to do, and it's so interesting that you're going through first house energy and you're pulling the Emperor, which is Aries. Aries is the first house in astrology. So this is about who you are transforming. This is about you and your most wisest, experienced self. This is your king self, whether you're a woman or a male watching. The Emperor comes out to represent God, Father God energy. It represents control, authority. Some of you guys have that in life, or you will have that by the time of your birthday season in November. So father figure energy comes up here. You as a father, fathers in your life, the fathers of your children if you have that. So don't be surprised if you attract a lot of authority after this transformation. If you're in more control or have more responsibility by the end of this transit. Let's get another card, but I do have the 10 of Cups. So there's emotional fulfillment here that after you finally gained control, made up your mind, got out of your head of a situation, connected back to your emotions. Okay, you could be dealing with a Libra. There was definitely a decision that maybe a Libra had to make, or the law in some way. Somebody was really indecisive here in a marriage, but your cards are going crazy. There's a lot here that you want to say. There was a lot here about a gut decision, a balanced mental state, very Libra energy here, Libra and Aries. Maybe Libra season will be important, but you had to decide something in the name of your own emotional fulfillment. Maybe it had to do with a home environment, family situation, the father of the house, the man of the house. Why is the Emperor card here for Scorpio, for the Scorpio full moon? Other than the fact that this means that you are the boss of these energies. You are the king and the queen of the underworld. Now, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is something that you need coming in over the next 6 months, or maybe even before that. It's something you need in order to gain control. We have the Devil here, though. All right, so be very careful, because there's some evil things going on right now, too, isn't there, Scorpio? That is also being illuminated. So there's something here about a house and a car. There's something here about foresight, knowing that something's coming, waiting for this opportunity to be a boss, to have more control, somewhere that you're going to travel, a home situation, Cancer season, maybe. All right, July energy, late June, early July, but there's somewhere that you're going to travel in the next 3 weeks, 3 months, and there's financial stability here. We have a new beginning and an ending. Someone here has their own business, or they're a boss, because the 10 of Pentacles to me is like 10th house career energy. Capricorn energy is here. We have a Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, some of you guys have a really toxic emotional connection with someone, okay? Or there's just something that has a hold on you. This is your shadow side, Scorpio. This is a Scorpio man with Capricorn energy, Pisces, Cancer as well. There is going to be a friendship or reconciliation that changes everything. Some of you guys have been waiting for this. Maybe you're traveling with friends. This is Jupiter energy when it shifts into Pisces. But this is you being really mature, Scorpio. Balancing your emotion. Okay, being mature, being in tune, wearing your emotion on your sleeve. But knowing when you're dealing with toxicity. Someone has a drinking problem here as well. Okay, there's a friend here that is an alcoholic. They may have other addictions as well, but I see drinking for sure. That might change. There's something that's going to turn around in your favor. You're going to be celebrating that. Some of you are going to be traveling and celebrating. There's even love here, but there is a toxic love. There's a toxic emotional connection. And it's not even a connection, it's an attachment at that point. There's things that you're emotionally attached to, and that's toxic for you, Scorpio. Any of these things I'm talking about could be potential obstacles for you. There's an obstacle that you know is ahead. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't see. But you're going to be mentally persevering forward. You're going to be accelerating forward, traveling forward, mainly for a career, home environment, family situation, but ultimately for financial stability and ultimate fulfillment in the tangible realm. All of this starts with something that you need that is being given to you, maybe a lump sum of money. It's something that you value. This is your opposite sign, Taurus, coming in as Earth to really give you something that's going to put you in the position of authority by November, okay? Definitely. This could be something a boss gives you. This could be you as a boss. This could be a high price ticketed item. But this is all happening because you are transforming. This is about your most intimate self. There's a full moon in your first house, Scorpio. So this is about the you that you're afraid to be. The butterfly you, not the caterpillar you, not the you were 6 months ago. The full moon is bringing completions to who you no longer are, so that who you are can start to be illuminated. So combine the tarot and the astrology messages with how this can relate to your first house of self. This is about your transformative self killing certain parts of you, Scorpio, in order to transform. This is about the most mysterious part of you finally being able to be seen by other people. You're allowing this light over the next 6 months. By November 4th, you may be seen in a completely different way. There may be certain secrets about yourself that are illuminated, okay? But don't let that scare you, because you're the boss. This is not the emperor anymore. You're the boss, Scorpio, and you're going to get what you need in order to put you in that position, okay? So thank you, Scorpio. Love your energy. Let's move on to Sagittarius. What is the Sagittarius message for the Scorpio full moon? Sagittarius for the Scorpio full moon. What are the messages for Sagittarius? This shirt is not the best, guys. Sorry. Messages for Sagittarius for the Scorpio full moon, please. What is the message for Sagittarius? Thank you. King of Cups almost came out. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, man. Now, let's talk a little bit about astrology before we get into the tarot cards, Sagittarius. Now, first and foremost, there is a full moon brewing in a month in your sign. I think it's an eclipse because the north and south nodes are in Gemini and Sagittarius. So I do believe a Sagittarius eclipse that is going to be very life-changing awaits us at the end of May. But first, we have to get through your 12th house, Sagittarius. Allow me as a Pisces to explain this to you. So Scorpio, especially if you're a Sagittarius rising, please watch for your rising so it resonates more. But the 12th house of Scorpio from you, Sagittarius, Scorpio is 12 houses away from you on the Zodiac wheel. So this is the energy of your deep subconscious. This is the energy of the absolute end for you. This is the energy of surrender, spirituality, and sacrifice. So there's a lot changing and transforming at a subconscious, deep level for you, Sagittarius. This is about subconscious intimacy, changes, transformation. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys really encounter a lot of endings to chapters between now and November, just before your solar returns if you're a Sag sun. So yeah, between April and November of 2021, for you, Sagittarius, there's going to be a lot of intimate change. There's going to be a lot of sexual sacrifice and surrender as well. But just keep in mind, the 12th house is the final house. So there's going to be certain things you have to surrender in order to let certain things die and become reborn. So to have a Scorpio 12th house is kind of intense. And I'll tell you why. Because the 12th house is endings, Scorpio is endings. The 12th house is dark, Scorpio is dark. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are having kind of crazy dreams, death dreams, endings, dreams that foretell something ending. A lot of emotion that comes up at a subconscious level. You may not have conscious awareness of where the emotion is really coming from, but you may need to do a little research about the 12th house, Sagittarius, and pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuition, because things are changing behind the scenes for you. And yeah, we got to wait until the end of May to really, relate this to who you are when we go through first house energy, Sag. Beautiful tarot message that is coming out. Now, although you are going through the 12th house of endings very intimate endings, you're pulling a double new beginning. So although the stars and astrology, this is literally Scorpio energy that has been trying to tell us from day one that death is no different from life and the ending is no different from the beginning. They are dancing, they are associated. And you are here to really represent that balance and that moderation, Sag, because although there's an ending for you in the stars, you're pulling a new beginning. So keep in mind, this is an ultimate message for the balance in between that. And whatever ends for you, transforms for you, dies for you in favor. Oh, that is so weird that I just mentioned dying and my computer just gave me a low battery. So some of you guys are running on low, okay? Make sure you're getting rest and charging during this transit, because there's a lot going on in the subconscious for you over the next 4 months, okay, Sag? So you are literally the embodiment. And I just want to finish my thought here. Anything that's ending for you, transforming for you over the next 6 months by November, please know that there's going to be at least one beginning in the place of that ending. Okay, one book over, you literally start writing a completely new book. Now these may be new beginnings that are risky, because we have the Ace of Wands, which I love pulling for you, Sagittarius. I love pulling this for Aries and Leo as well. This is a new passionate spark, and it could definitely be a sexual encounter with the Ace of Wands. You know, Scorpio is intimacy. All right, so there may be endings that are linked to intimacy, sex, or emotion. This may even have to do with certain fears that you have to take leaps of passion. This is a leap of passion. This is a new beginning that is manifested. Passion may be risky. There may be a risky sexual encounter because of endings. When you're going through endings at a subconscious level, it does feel like quite a risky leap in order to spark something else. But this has to do maybe with a Libra, maybe with the law, maybe with balance or a choice. Okay, we do have a male Libra showing up here, and we have the Queen of Swords. So this is about balance when it comes to communication. Now we have the Queen and King of Swords coming up. So this is a married couple. Some of you guys may be married. They've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a male and female air sign. But these are two people, regardless of gender, that are communicating. They have a mental connection. Now there may be something here about detachment, but these two people have the truth to speak to each other. They're great decision makers. This might have to do with a new love. Okay, but there's something here about a balanced conversation of fairness that needs to take place. All of these characters on these cards have a sword. So this is about your mind, okay, intellect, but new love. Okay, there might even be pregnancy here to mention for someone. Let me just show you this, Sagittarius. We've got the Page of Cups, the Empress, and the Ace of Cups. There's new love here, maybe with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I see Pisces and Scorpio. There might be a mother figure here. I see a child, the birth of a new child, but I also see new love, beauty, abundance. You know, we are going through 7th house energy soon with you, Sagittarius, but you don't want to miss an opportunity. Some of you guys are not really sure if you're emotionally available for this beauty. Like, there's a very beautiful, like, this is a lot of emotion. I see a very beautiful water sign here, very attractive. You may be attracted to somebody emotionally, but this is Venus, okay? Someone here may have Venus in Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, specifically Pisces or Scorpio. I do see Pisces, Scorpio, new love. Maybe Taurus, Aries, Libra maybe? But Venus, okay? There's some attraction going on here. There's a lot of abundant emotions, but you've got a lid on your cup, Sagittarius, because of this 12th house. You're not really sure if you're going to get what you deserve out of this. You've been breadcrumbed. So there's something here about following your intuition. There's certain secrets here as well that have you on guard when it comes to accepting offers over the next 4 months. You're kind of indifferent. So make sure you really get in tune with how you feel during this deep time of subconscious for you. That's what you're doing here. Okay, you're being the Queen of Cups, very emotionally mature. Sometimes emotional maturity means not rushing into things and kind of giving yourself time to reevaluate before you accept a cup. Make sure you know how you feel before you accept more emotion from others, because it could potentially change how you feel. We've got a new beginning here, though, with someone very beautiful, someone very abundant, but it all starts out with the karmic truth. There absolutely needs to be a conversation that takes place between you and another person karmically. It's with someone that you have justice to deal with. Like, look at this lineup. Someone here is dealing with a Libra, or a very karmic situation where two people's truths need to be balanced out. There's a decision that two people need to make here before you get to jump into this new direction of passion. But this may be new travel. I love this for you, Sagittarius. This is Uranus energy. There's a very weird spark here. It might be kind of zany. It might be a leap into an unexpected direction of passion. But passion is what makes you leap, Sagittarius, is what I'm hearing with this message. Leap toward the direction of passion. It's going to be behind you, backing you up. So you're very excited about a new direction you're going to be moving in, leaping in, jumping in by the time of November. So I guess having the 12th house Scorpio, having a full moon in your 12th house, which I will at the end of May, my 12th house is Sagittarius. Trust me, it can be overwhelming, but you're just clearing your subconscious out. You're just clearing the way of endings. It's like a cleanup after a huge play has happened. It's that cleanup before the next show can go on. All right, so this is great, Sagittarius. I feel like there's going to be definitely some new beginnings of passion, exciting new beginnings and leaps. So don't get too scared of what's ending, because what's beginning is so cool. So let's go ahead and shift to Capricorn now. Hi, Capricorn. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the Scorpio full moon message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please? Scorpio full moon message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We've got some cards coming out on the table. Now, Capricorn, before we get into the cards, let's talk about Scorpio and how it is 11 houses away from you on the Zodiac wheel. So watch for your rising because it'll make more sense at this part of the houses. But 11 houses away from you on the wheel is Scorpio. So this deep transformation is taking place in the house of friendship for you, Capricorn. You may find that there are things changing when it comes to the groups of people you associate yourself with, work groups, friendship groups. So groups of friends, hopefully none of us experience the death of a friend, but I don't think death is usually literal in this case. It could be for some. But there could be friends that are changing you, or friends that are going through change, or you may be a friend of someone and you are going through change. This is friendly change, Capricorn. I like that. This is collective death. This is genocide. I always remember that Scorpio represents genocide for Capricorn, the death of many at the same time. So what that means is that you yourself are going through change, a lot of change, Capricorn. And by November, you are going to find yourself belonging to certain groups in communities of similar people who are undergoing processes of a transformation that are like you. So you're going to be surrounded by individuals who have gone through similar change, similar beginnings, similar transformation, very intimate friendships here that you're going to be developing by November. Now, I will say there could be endings to friendships, or certain things that are illuminated within friendships, or just groups of people around you because of this 11th house aspect. But it's very collective, meaning that you're not just going through this on your own. It's really interesting how astrology makes sense, because I was going to say that when a Capricorn dies, they don't die alone, because their 11th house is collective death. And that's because you represent the future. So if you think about that, if the future dies, it doesn't just affect one person, it affects everyone. So you representing goals and ambition, Capricorn, when you go through change, we all go through change, okay? Because you are the legacy of this whole thing. So just keep that in mind. This is very friendly energy. You may make new friends. There may be friendships that are over because of certain endings and illumination. But what the cards are saying, we have the Seven of Swords, first of all. So similar to your opposite sign, Cancer, be very careful of this coming up during this full moon specifically. Trust your intuition about any friends that are lying to you, taking from you, sneaking. You know, there definitely may be a lie when it comes to a friendship, or a cheating when it comes to friendship. Someone who's trying to take something from you. There's just someone here who might be being a little too friendly in a deceptive way or something like that. So yeah, there's a need to strategize collectively, Capricorn. Strategize with other like-minded people. This is about embracing what is weird, doing things for your community in a humanitarian way. But just be careful, because there could be someone be careful when you're in groups between now and November 4th. Be careful of lies on the internet. This could be hackers, scammers. Just be very careful, because you are vulnerable to this, because death and transformation is collective for you, Capricorn, the 11th house. So it comes to you in the form of electronics, technology, groups of people. Capricorn is vulnerable to these kind of things when it comes to the groups of people. So there could just be a deceptive person around you. The other cards here is the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So this involves a situation with someone you're working amongst. I don't know if you guys work online, if there's any online collaborations, friendships, but you have a plan here. This is you and a plan that you have when it comes to working with those around you. This may be three friends that are working together. They're all involved financially. There's a situation, a work situation, where you're being breadcrumbed. You're not getting enough in return. This has to do with charity as well. So there might even be something here about the donations you receive or give as far as charity work. This is charity work, something that you may do for a short amount of money, and only you really know that. Taurus season is going to reveal to you if you're not charging enough for something, or if you're not being paid enough, because this is like overworked and underpaid energy, which I've gotten that message for you before. So there's something here that is changing about, you know, the community aspect of yourself, okay? Because Scorpio is also associated with our belonging. So this is about people in your life who you always have to help out. Like, only help those who work well with you, Capricorn. Don't give anything out to those who don't have equal give and take. This may involve a liar, someone who takes from you. They always take from you. I don't like this energy, because this is someone who lies about needing help, lies about, you know, I don't know what this is about, but good thing that the Ten of Swords is here, because there's going to be an ending to a painful situation, light at the end of the tunnel. This could involve a very anxious Sagittarius, okay? This could involve you being really patient during a time of worry and anxiety, sleepless nights. Okay, we have a relationship coming up here as well, a specific choice. You have a very strong emotional connection with someone. There's a very fulfilling emotional relationship connection thing that you have going on here, but also mind games, arguments, third parties, choices. We have the devil card here. That's you. All right, so be careful of toxicity, things that are keeping you stuck and bound in prison. Okay, there's some chains here, all right, but yeah, there's something here about expressing your depression, expressing what makes you sad, Capricorn. Okay, being confident being confident about what didn't work out in the past. And this is how Capricorn handles their emotional regret, though. They just indulge themselves in work. There might be some kind of conflict with that mentally. You're very conflicted mentally at work, but there's something that might be a fire sign that you have regrets with in the past. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it was a very passionate, youthful connection. Okay, there might be a fire sign that has regrets about you, but you're conflicted emotionally, Capricorn. Some of you guys, there's a friendship that will be lost, but there will be a relationship that is gained. Okay, and this definitely has a lot to do with your anxiety, being patient, taking things in moderation, but ultimately being stable. Maybe some of you guys, there's an ending and you're kind of single, and this all takes place about, someone's lying about how much they can give you, to say the least. I don't know if this is about where you work or something like that, someone you're involved with, but you're going to be very sure come November where you're being shorthanded. This is like, I don't know if you do the work of 3 people or if you have 3 ways of making money or 3 jobs. There may be an ending to a situation that doesn't give you enough. There may be an ending to a job that shortchanges you. Or maybe you just don't like who you work with, Capricorn. There's going to be some endings to collaborations you have with deceptive people who take instead of give. Make sure equal give and take. And this involves friends specifically, in group projects, working. Some of you guys may want to work alone, but when there's a full moon in your 11th house, there's changes and endings when it comes to the collective and specifically friendships and your goals and wishes. So thank you much, Capricorn. I was going to say thank you so much. Let's move to Aquarius now. Aquarius, happy Scorpio full moon, April 27th, all the way till November 4th. We have this cycle. So we're going to be talking a little bit about what that means for you as a zodiac sign until November. So let's get Aquarius out here. Aquarius, Scorpio full moon messages for Aquarius, please. And we have a card coming out, a couple cards, I think. Nope, it's just one. I might get you a clarifier. Let's talk about astrology first, though, Aquarius, and how Scorpio represents the 10th house of you. This is for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Especially Aquarius rising, it'll make more sense when I talk about the houses. So make sure you watch for your rising if you're interested in that. But for Aquarius in general, Scorpio, I almost said Aquapricorn. I don't know what that's all about. But for Aquarius, Scorpio represents the future. It represents the future of your plans and your goals. But what I really want to get out here, Aquarius, is that you are also a fixed sign like Scorpio. So this means that there is a 90-degree conflicted angle of tension that exists between Aquarius and Scorpio naturally on the zodiac wheel. So you may have to compromise here with these energies. There may be some kind of meet in the middle kind of energy, but this is about your career, your path. This is your midheaven. So there's a very intimate purpose that Aquarius naturally has in this realm because Scorpio is their 10th house. So this is about, your future changing, the future being a very transformative and very intimate thing for you. There may be some things that end or begin in a job or career for you. Especially with a full moon, I would just say there's some transformation going on there, okay? But this is about your path. This is about your legacy, your career goals, all your ambitions. Those are going to be different by the time of November. You could find yourself in a completely different career. There can definitely be endings or just certain things illuminated when it comes to what you're meant to do in your purpose. It has something to do with intimacy, okay? There's something here that involves, even sex. This is a very mysterious path that you're walking, okay? That's why Aquarius feels this way. Very mysterious path. You have a very mysterious legacy. Aliens do. Aliens have a very mysterious legacy here. Your purpose is very, very strange, Aquarius. So the tarot card that is coming up for you is the 9 of Pentacles. I love getting this for a 10th house full moon. So these changes and endings are ultimately going to contribute to the garden of abundance that you're working on. All right. 9 of Pentacles is a single woman. This may be you or someone you're encountering. Doesn't matter if you're single. This is about being single and independent, self-sufficient when it comes to your own finances, okay? You've worked hard to grow this. You're almost to the completion of something. You're in your pre-empress stage. So this is like almost like the Princess of Pentacles, because she's not yet an empress, but she's a damn near a queen. So this is my princess card. Even if you're a man watching, then a prince. But, you know, a lot of earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's about, you know, being surrounded by the things that you value. It's a very fruitful and abundant card, a lot of gardening on it, all right? So, yeah, some of you guys are really feeling stable because you've been patient enough to build this garden of value. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius energy. But there's an energy here for some of you guys who are anxious about the future. You have career anxiety or financial anxiety about goals that you aren't reaching with this full moon in Scorpio. That's because there's a lot of light when it comes to your 10th house. So you're able to see and feel intuitively all of your goals, and it's causing some of you guys sleepless nights and anxiety. But you need to be patient. You need to experiment a little bit with the past, present, and future and how to moderate that. You know, kind of how to balance those two things out. There might even be something here about a certain relationship connection. Some of you guys are holding on secretly to something, all right? There's the moon and the sun here, so there's a difference between light and dark. Some of the things you have awareness of, some of the things you don't. Some of you guys are afraid to let go, okay, for happiness. But there's a difficult relationship decision that someone is not making. Okay, you have to cut someone off. There's two different truths here. You have feelings for two different people. There's a strong emotional connection, though. But you're going to need to be patient throughout times of anxiety and fear. All right, Aquarius. Yeah. Be patient when it comes to a relationship connection that is giving you anxiety, some kind of choice. But you need to release something that you're afraid to release in order to be happy. Let's see why. Why is Aquarius getting the Nine of Pentacles? Some of you are single here, or just very content on your own. And keep in mind, this is all about your future. This is about your future stability, your future. Some of you may be single by November. And don't worry, okay, Aquarius, because you may be single, but you're going to be abundantly surrounded by all these coin and value. Now, we have Mercury coming up here. This is mental abundance. This is communication, emotional communication, Virgo, Gemini energy. Now, there's something manifesting for you, Aquarius, that has to do with emotional fulfillment. There's been stagnancy. Your viewpoint has been changed and enlightened because of the facts that you see, because of what you've been gathering, the information you've been gathering. This is also about something that you haven't said in a while, or communication that's been held back. The truth has been kind of a stagnant thing, but there is going to be a new passionate spark for you as well by November. Someone here has their eye on you. Okay, this is Neptune energy. So be careful of facts that are being like illusion, facts that are illusion. Make sure you really have your facts straight here, okay, when it comes to what you've got your eye on in the future. Some of you guys have been waiting to hear back from something in regards to a career, or you're just looking. But this is literally about looking in an area you haven't before, looking in a different way that you have before, okay? The Hanged Man is upside down, so that you're seeing things in a different way when it comes to what is manifesting as far as emotional fulfillment for you, family, home stuff. There's going to be something that makes you really happy that manifests. But you're going to have to communicate this abundance, okay? You can't stay on your own here forever, Aquarius, if you want to experience this emotional fulfillment. But it all starts with a plan. Now, the 10th house, a full moon there may be a plan that has come to completion, a certain chapter that you fulfilled, and now that it's transforming, it's time to kind of rebuild and give birth to a new plan for the future. All right? That is exactly what's happening here with your 10th house, Aquarius. There's certain things that you're destined to experience as far as endings and beginnings, but you're going to do so in a very stable way on your own, all right? So thank you so much, Aquarius. Hopefully that helps in some way between now and November. Last but not least, let's go ahead and see what's going on for Pisces for this full moon in Scorpio. Hello, Pisces. This is for Pisces sun, moon, and rising, and it is the message for the Scorpio full moon in April, on April 27th through November 4th. What is the Scorpio full moon message for Pisces, please? Okay, we've got it. Okay, let's talk astrology, and then we'll get into these cards. We got 3 cards that came out for us, Pisces. So, in astrology, especially if you're a Pisces rising, Scorpio are very deep mysterious water sign sisters and brothers. But Scorpio is Pisces' sister sign. We're both water signs. A lot of intimacy that takes place between Scorpio and Pisces on the wheel. So on the zodiac wheel, Scorpio is 9 houses away from us, Pisces. So this is all about our beliefs. This is all about expansion, our knowledge, philosophy, experimentation to a certain extent, science. But really, the ninth house is higher knowledge, long distance travel, but also deep emotions. And we have to compare the energy and relate the energy of the full moon to this as well. So endings, illuminations, secret, intimacy, a lot of stuff going on, Pisces, as far as what we believe being illuminated and how we're incorporating our emotions, and not just emotions, but the stability of our emotions. Now, we're a mutable sign, Pisces. So Scorpio really comes in and shows Pisces how to stabilize the change that goes on in our emotions. And that's exactly what's happening in the tarot cards. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards now that we know this full moon is happening in our ninth house of beliefs, expansion, education, higher education. So we're going to be learning and teaching a lot throughout the next 6 months. By November, we're going to be feeling so many different emotions when it comes to our beliefs and knowledge. We're going to have a lot, maybe new beliefs. There may be beliefs, things, people, and places we no longer believe in, and things that we didn't believe in before that we will come November. Now, here's the tarot message. We have all water energy, basically. We have the Four of Cups, the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. Pisces, you, my friends, are very emotionally overwhelmed with the illusion of choice. Seven of Cups is our card. This talks about Pisces energy. So we really have to choose here. Okay, we have Death in the middle. Okay, let's talk about these two cards. You can't see because I have the camera in black and white, but these two cards have a light blue energy behind them. So I know they have something to do with each other whenever the color scheme matches up. So let's just say here, Pisces, what I can see here, because of endings and change, and you may be dealing with a Scorpio. We have Gemini at the bottom of the deck here. We'll get into that in a moment. You may have Scorpio energy in your chart, or someone you're connecting or dealing with does, but this is the energy of this Scorpio full moon showing up right in the middle of emotional, overwhelmed with options, and not really wanting to choose. There's missed opportunities here because of endings, maybe even a missed opportunity with a Scorpio. There's rejection here, okay? Keep in mind that endings, new beginnings, transformation, death are kind of incorporated with our emotional unavailability or availability. Basically, emotional availability or lack thereof. So throughout the next 6 months, there's going to be a lot of change, a lot of endings, new beginnings and endings. Death is an ending and a beginning, Pisces. You're overwhelmed with both. You have an option to end things. You have an option to begin certain things. Some of you guys need to pay attention to your dreams, because my dog is actually starting to dream as we get into I'm trying to like drag his bed over to me, wake him up a little bit, because he'll start like crying in his sleep. Maybe someone's crying in their sleep, I'm not sure. But it's interesting, as I hold this card up, my dog starts dreaming really heavily on the ground, because this is the card of a dream realm. But Pisces, we have to choose. Like, this is all different people, places, and things that will initiate different emotional reactions, but not all that glitters is gold. Some of these things can hurt us. There's a difference between water and poison, so drink wisely, okay? So that is why we're not sure if we're going to accept certain offers over the next 4 months, okay? Because we have a lot of options, Pisces. We have a lot of options here after these endings and beginnings, but we are left feeling like we need to reevaluate. We are so overwhelmed emotionally with the change happening. That is what Scorpio awakens in Pisces. Like, every year, every time there's Scorpio energy around this time of year, and also in November time, like, it just does something interesting to my feelings and emotion. It does make me feel like this Four of Cups. It does make Pisces feel like that. So I don't know if we feel rejected or if we're just not accepting or declining anything. We just need to reevaluate. Change makes Pisces reevaluate, and then we're put in this position where it's very subconscious. We are overwhelmed with choice. We're unavailable emotionally because we're going through transformation. And this is because Pisces is heavily associated with beliefs, because we're ruled by Neptune. So when we go through ninth house energy like this in the universe or in our personal birth charts, it really hits home. Okay, Scorpio is that kind of zodiac sign that it does confuse Pisces, because this is about our secret beliefs, secret knowledge, our beliefs expanding. Okay, we are gaining secret knowledge. That's what it's like to have a ninth house Scorpio. You know, knowledge, learning, transformation is a very intimate thing for Pisces. So it leaves us feeling very emotionally indifferent. Okay, this is about how we're going to feel between the next 4 and 8 months. And there's going to be a lot of changes, Pisces. You may even meet a Scorpio to reflect this, but you've got your mind on something specifically over the next 6 months. You're really focused on a certain thing. And there's going to be offers that come from elsewhere that you're not seeing, or that you are seeing, but you're rejecting or missing opportunities because of what we are focused on. This Scorpio full moon really awakened whatever these 3 cups represent. A friendship, 3 different feelings we have. Whatever you're focused on is keeping you from seeing a strange offer of something similar that you didn't see coming. Okay, and this has everything to do with the changes we'll be undergoing. We'll be undergoing a lot of endings and beginnings over the next 6 months until November. So much so that we have an abundance of choice. We will be dreaming. This is the subconscious realm. Things may even end. There may be options that come to an ending because we no longer believe. It's very important that we have belief in these things, Pisces. And until we discover that transformation, we're going to be under this tree reevaluating all of this. Some of these things are good. Some of these things are indifferent. Some of these things are toxic. And that is why death is here, because we're reaping these options. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. There's unfortunately a need to act really quickly, though. This may be an air sign in your life, or the need to act and think quickly in regards to juggling the truth. Okay, because you're going to experience new passion, much like a lot of the other zodiac signs. Risky new passion this Scorpio full moon also has in store. This is about someone who may be spying on you, Pisces, someone who has something to say to you. Okay, someone here may be juggling 2 different truths. We have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. So don't rush in during the next 4 months. 4 months? Don't rush in over the next 6 months, Pisces, while you're juggling 2 different momentums. Give yourself time to let people communicate. Give yourself time to communicate before you rush in. But there is also a need to act quickly. So you're kind of juggling these 2 different parts of you. Here are these 2 fish. One that obtains the truth quite quickly, and one that waits for the truth to emerge. So it really depends on the sword that we use, the way we decide to think and communicate with all these ups and downs emotionally. There may be 2 different people, places, or things that we value that are different in speed. It's quite interesting. We have a lot of change and transformation. We're transforming from the 4 of Cups to the 7 of Cups. The difference between that is the 3 of Cups. So reconciliation, friendship maybe mean the difference between all of these cards. But because of endings, we're really not sure if we're available for certain offers. We're really just in a very cloudy, mysterious realm, Pisces. This is our energy. So it's very, very dreamlike, but at least we're getting back in tune with what we believe. It's very nice as a Pisces to receive illumination within our beliefs. So let's go ahead and move on to, sorry guys, never mind. This energy is so strange. What I was going to say is let's go ahead and move on to the collective message, just in case those messages didn't resonate. We have the Queen of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Be confident enough, collective, to lower your burdens. It takes a lot of confidence to release something heavy. A lot of fire energy here for the collective. Okay, so this is about passion. This is that Mars energy, how Mars is also associated with Scorpio. So this is about taking action, being confident, being brave enough to get a job done, to carry extra weight confidently, but also knowing when to let go, knowing when not to overwork ourselves. We have the Tower card at the bottom of the deck. So this makes sense. Why this is confidence is a burden. Carrying your burdens confidently. There's a heavy weight here that someone is confidently carrying. We're going to be getting a lot done over the next 6 months, you guys, in a very confident way. A lot of actions taken, a lot of movement, a lot of expression, a lot of passion. Okay, we're going to be queens and kings, okay, doing this. People of authority, about getting the job done and carrying the weight until November, and so that we're able to finally take an action, or maybe even letting something go, letting something complete. There's going to be heavy, heavy endings, but it's ultimately going to make us stronger, more confident, okay? This is unexpected. This is definitely Mars, okay? What's under the Tower card? We have the 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. This has a lot to do with Taurus, being wise about our decisions in reality, not making decisions based on situations where we've been abandoned and where we've been neglected and where we've been shorthanded. I don't like this energy, okay? We need to come from a confident place of having enough, knowing our self-worth, okay, allowing our physical reality and tangible possessions to help us stabilize us. But there's going to be some unexpected change. We will be struck by lightning Things will unexpectedly fall apart, because this is what transformation is, you guys. This is what transformation looks like: suddenly, unexpectedly, shock, surprise. Okay, Uranus energy, Mars energy. But this is about confidence, lowering down burdens, but at the same time doing what it takes to get the job done, taking on extra responsibility, and maybe doing the work of multiple people, but for ourselves ultimately, our ultimate confidence and passion in order to take action. So that is the tarot message. I want to do one last thing. I know this video is kind of long, but I would like to pull out an oracle deck that I associate very, very deeply with Scorpio. We have the wisdom of the House of Night. I definitely wanted to pull one more card, read from the book. Why not? I mean, we need a lot of illumination right now. So I'm just going to ask my wisdom of the House of Night to tap into the full moon in Scorpio that took place on April 27th through November 4th, 2021. Please give us a message, Scorpio, 8th house, fixed water, Pluto and Mars. What is the full moon in Scorpio message from the wisdom of the House of Night? Because we will be receiving a lot of wisdom from the night throughout this transit. We almost had the High Priestess of Air and letting go. That is a beautiful message for this Scorpio energy. Letting go with the butterflies. Letting go of things mentally. Communicating. Okay, mental transformation. And we have belonging. This is definitely a Scorpio vibe for me. This is about us being exactly where we belong right now. Let's let a card come out. And we have rigid. Rigid and differences. So please know that there are going to be certain unique differences that come up. Differences are important. The differences between having our guard down emotionally and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable sometimes. The differences between light and dark. Okay, April 30th may be very important. And that is exactly when I'm uploading this video and recording it right now. Some of us feel trapped and forbidden to go certain places. But let's go to page 30 here. Or not page 30. Page 86. And let's read from this and close this ceremony on out. Alright, so is there a stone wall that stands between you and others? Could that wall be inside you? Now is the time to become more flexible and to drop your rigid expectations of yourself, especially of others. Don't be afraid to drop your guard a little too. If you are willing to let others in, you will see a benefit in these connections. Another meaning here is that you recognize the wall that others may have put up against you. Don't take it personally if they won't let you in. This is their way of coping, and it has little to do with you. So yeah, this is real important going into May and throughout the next 6 months, you guys. We have the option to, Scorpios are very protected. They have a lot of things that protect them, that stinger, their claws, their exoskeleton. So that's that wall. So we're really going to know, or we're going to have the choice. You don't want to miss out on an intimacy, true intimacy, just because you're afraid to be vulnerable. That is the ultimate choice of fixed water. Okay, and that is what I'm going to say about that card. Okay, this is about the walls that we have up. We're definitely going to be shown that. So I just want to thank you guys so much for listening to these messages and sticking with me, celebrating this full moon in Scorpio cycle. I really hope that there are messages here that benefit you all now and in the future to come. And yeah, guys, happy Scorpio full moon. I hope it was great for all of you guys. And I will be back to talk about the new moon in Taurus in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.